My beloved child, listen closely. Something unseen has been happening around you, and today is not an ordinary day. You did not arrive at this moment by accident. Your heart stopped scrolling for a reason, and your spirit knows it. There is a warning meant only for you, wrapped in protection, urgency, and truth. Hold on, stay with me, because what unfolds now will connect the past you survived with the future you are being shielded from. Right now, you may feel calm on the surface, but deep within, there has been a quiet disturbance. A sense that someone around you does not carry the same intentions they show. You brushed it off. You told yourself you were overthinking. But today, heaven is pulling the curtain back. Don't skip this moment. Something big is about to be revealed. There is a man connected to your life, not by coincidence, not by chance, but by proximity. He knows your voice. He knows your habits. He knows your weak moments and your strengths. He smiles easily, speaks confidently, and blends into your routine so naturally that you rarely question him. Yet behind that familiarity, there is an energy that does not align with your destiny. You have felt it before. A sudden heaviness after conversations with him. A draining feeling when his name appears. A subtle doubt planted after moments of hope. These were not random emotions. They were signals. Warnings whispered softly so you would not panic, but clearly enough so you could be protected. Stay till the end of this part. You need this foundation before the name is revealed later. This man does not always come as an enemy. Sometimes he comes as advice. Sometimes as support. Sometimes as concern that feels caring but quietly redirects you away from growth. He does not shout negativity. He uses softness. He uses familiarity. He uses trust. And here is what makes this moment urgent. His influence has been increasing recently. Not dramatically, not obviously, but consistently. Small suggestions, casual opinions, gentle discouragements disguised as realism. Each one seems harmless on its own, but together they form a barrier between you and what you are meant to step into next. Today should be beware, not because you are weak, but because something precious about you is being guarded. There is a reason you have felt delayed, a reason plans have slowed, a reason your confidence has flickered at unexpected times. It was not punishment, it was protection, a pause placed over your life so you would not move forward while someone close was quietly pulling you sideways. Don't skip. This is not fear. This is clarity. This man carries jealousy without admitting it. Not loud jealousy, but the silent kind that smiles while hoping you do not rise too fast. He compares his life to yours in private. Your potential reminds him of what he abandoned. Your courage reflects his hesitation. And instead of healing that within himself, he unconsciously tries to dim your light so it does not expose his regrets. You are not imagining this. Think carefully. Has there been someone who discourages your dreams, for your own good? Someone who questions your decisions right when you feel bold? Someone who subtly reminds you of risks but rarely speaks of possibility? That pattern matters more than his words. Hold on, stay with me. This is building for a reason. You were meant to hear this now because your next step is important. There is an opportunity forming, a shift approaching, a door that will require confidence, clarity, and emotional strength. And this man knows, at least intuitively, that if you walk through that door, his influence over you ends. That is why protection has been activated. Today, you are not being told to confront him. You are not being told to accuse or expose. You are being asked to observe. To listen differently, to notice how you feel after interactions, to trust the quiet discomfort you have been dismissing. This is the first layer of protection, awareness. Your spirit is sensitive. That is not a weakness. It is a gift. It allows you to sense misalignment before damage occurs. And today, that gift is being sharpened. The fog is lifting. The confusion is thinning. What once felt like self-doubt will soon reveal itself as discernment. Stay till the end of this series. Each part uncovers another layer, and the name will not come randomly. It will arrive with understanding, not shock alone. Right now, breathe. You are safe. You are watched over. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been ruined. You are simply being repositioned so that the wrong voice does not guide your next decision. This is not a message of fear. This is a message of timing. The man's name will shock you not because it is dramatic, but because it will make sense. When it comes, memories will align. Moments will click. And you will realize that protection was always present, quietly steering you away from harm. Do not rush ahead. Do not scroll away. What comes next will explain why this warning had to begin gently, with love, and with truth. Something big is unfolding. And this was only the beginning. A silent shift is happening right now, and you can feel it if you pause for a second. What you are hearing is not random, and what you are sensing lately has not been imagination. Something around you has been rearranging quietly, and today the truth moves closer to the surface. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part reveals what has been hidden in plain sight. There is a reason this warning did not come loudly. If it had, you would have rejected it. Instead, it arrived gently, matching the way the danger itself has been operating. Quiet, familiar, close. This man did not step into your life suddenly. He has been there long enough to feel normal. And that is exactly why the protection had to begin slowly. Think back to moments when your joy felt interrupted for no clear reason. You were motivated, hopeful, ready to act, and then a single conversation changed your energy. Not dramatically, just enough to make you hesitate. That hesitation was not weakness. It was interference. Hold on, stay with me. This man carries influence, not authority. He does not command your choices, he nudges them. He does not block doors, he delays your confidence before you reach them. He asks questions that sound wise but leave you doubting yourself. And over time, those doubts begin to sound like your own voice. That is where the danger hides. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation you need to hear clearly. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to arrive with you. Some people are assigned only for a season, and when that season ends, their presence becomes a weight. The protection now activating is not to punish him, but to preserve you. Don't skip this part. You may have noticed how he reacts when you speak about growth. Pay attention. Does he celebrate fully, or does he quickly change the topic? Does he support your next step, or does he remind you of past failures? These reactions are not accidental. They reveal alignment, or the lack of it. Stay till the end, because the pattern is more important than the name right now. There is also something else you must understand. This man is not fully aware of what he is doing. His actions come from unresolved disappointment within himself. When he sees your progress, it mirrors what he believes he can no longer become. And instead of healing that pain, he unconsciously tries to keep you close to his level of comfort. That is why the protection feels urgent today. You are approaching a turning point. A decision that will separate who you were from who you are becoming. If you make that move while still listening to the wrong voice, the cost would be emotional confusion, not failure, but delay. And delay is often more dangerous than rejection. Hold on. Something important is forming here. You have already been protected once without realizing it. A plan that fell apart. A meeting that was postponed. A connection that faded unexpectedly. You thought it was loss. It was not. It was intervention. The path ahead required clarity, and clarity cannot coexist with constant subtle doubt. Don't skip. You are closer than you think. This part is not about fear. It is about discernment. From this moment forward, you will notice more. Tone, timing, energy. You will hear what is said and feel what is meant. That awareness alone weakens negative influence. And here is the truth that will stay with you long after this video ends. Protection does not always remove people immediately. Sometimes it simply opens your eyes so you can walk wisely. Stay till the end of this journey. The next part will move closer, and when the name is finally revealed, it will not confuse you. It will confirm what your spirit has already known. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. A quiet realization is settling into your heart right now, and it is not by chance. Something you once ignored is beginning to make sense. Pieces that felt disconnected are aligning, and you are starting to see why this warning could not come earlier or later than now. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part brings the truth closer than ever before. There is a specific reason this man has remained near you for so long. It is because familiarity lowers defenses. When someone becomes routine, you stop questioning their influence. Their words feel safe. Their presence feels normal. And that is when subtle redirection becomes most effective. Hold on, stay with me. This man does not attack your dreams directly. Instead, he reshapes them. He suggests safer versions, smaller versions. Versions that fit within his comfort zone. Over time, your calling. You may have noticed your goals shrinking slightly, becoming more practical, more cautious, more delayed. That was not maturity. That was conditioning. This is a once-in-a-lifetime realization. Not every delay is meant to teach patience. Some delays are meant to reveal interference. Think about the moments when you felt an inner push to act, to speak, to move forward. Then think about how often that push was followed by a conversation that made you reconsider. The timing matters. Influence often appears right before breakthrough. Don't skip this truth. The protection surrounding you now is strengthening your inner voice. That quiet voice you almost ignored is growing clearer. It is reminding you of who you were before the doubts crept in. Before hesitation became normal. Before you began explaining your dreams instead of believing in them. Stay till the end. This man's presence has taught you something valuable, even if it came disguised as confusion. It taught you discernment. It taught you the difference between support and control, between concern and limitation. And now that lesson is complete. Here is what changes from this moment forward. You stop seeking validation from those who benefit from your hesitation. You stop shrinking your excitement to keep others comfortable. You stop mistaking familiarity for alignment. Hold on, stay with me, because this next realization matters deeply. You are not meant to confront or accuse. You are meant to outgrow. Growth naturally creates distance. When your clarity increases, misaligned influence loses power without a single argument. That is protection working quietly. You may soon notice a shift in how this man interacts with you. Either he will respect the change and step back, or his discomfort will become visible. Both outcomes serve you. Neither should alarm you. Don't skip. Awareness is your shield. There is something very important you need to remember as this unfolds. You were never in danger of losing your path. You were being slowed only long enough to recognize what no longer belongs on it. And the reason the name will shock you later is not because it is unexpected, but because you trusted it without question. Stay till the end of this journey. What comes next will not create fear. It will create freedom. This is not the end of the warning. It is the strengthening of your vision. Something big is still ahead. And now, you are ready to see it clearly. A moment of truth is drawing closer, and your heart already knows it. Everything you have heard until now has been preparing you for this shift. This is where clarity replaces confusion, and where protection becomes visible instead of hidden. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part changes how you see the people closest to you. You may be noticing something new already. A subtle distance forming. Not emotional coldness, but awareness. You are listening differently now. You are no longer absorbing every word without question. That is not rebellion. That is growth. Hold on, stay with me. Here is a shocking truth many people never realize in their lifetime. The most influential voices in your life are not always the loudest, they are the most familiar. The ones you trust without checking. The ones whose opinions you accept automatically. That is why this protection is so precise. This man's power over you was never about control. It was about access. Access to your thoughts. Access to your timing. Access to your confidence during fragile moments. And now, that access is being reduced. Don't skip this. You are entering a season where your decisions will carry unusual weight. Small choices will open large doors. And the wrong influence, even if gentle, could shift your direction just enough to miss alignment. That is why this warning did not come after the mistake, but before the movement. Stay till the end. There is something you must hear clearly now. Not everyone who feels close is meant to walk beside you into your next chapter. Some connections are meant to end quietly, without drama, without confrontation, simply through clarity. When you see clearly, you naturally step differently. That is what is happening now. You may feel a strange mix of relief and sadness. Relief because things finally make sense. Sadness because trust feels questioned. Both emotions are valid. Neither should stop you. Growth often carries both light and weight. Hold on, stay with me, because this is important. The name that will be revealed later is not meant to create fear. It is meant to create release. Release from self, blame. Release from confusion. Release from repeating patterns that were never truly yours. You were not failing. You were being influenced. And now, that influence is losing its grip. Don't skip. You are closer than. From this moment forward, your peace will become your guide. Notice who supports it. Notice who disrupts it. You do not need to accuse. You do not need to explain. Awareness alone changes everything. This is the protection you asked for without realizing it. Stay till the end of this journey. The final clarity is approaching, and when it arrives, you will not feel shocked in a harmful way. You will feel free. Something big is about to settle into place. And this time, nothing will pull you away from it. A turning point is opening in front of you, and it feels different from anything before. This is the moment where clarity replaces confusion, where the weight you carried quietly begins to lift. Stay till the end, because this part is where everything you sensed finally aligns into understanding. You may notice something changing inside you right now. A calm certainty, a steady strength. That is not coincidence. It is the result of separation happening internally before it happens externally. Protection always begins within. Don't skip this. There is a powerful truth you must hear clearly. Once awareness arrives, influence loses control. The man who once affected your thoughts no longer holds the same space. His words will sound familiar, but they will no longer feel convincing. That is how freedom announces itself quietly. Hold on, stay with me. From this point forward, your intuition sharpens. You will recognize when energy does not match intention. You will feel when advice is rooted in limitation rather than care. And instead of doubting yourself, you will trust what you sense. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shift. You are stepping into a season where alignment matters more than approval, where peace matters more than explanation, where progress matters more than comfort. And anyone who cannot walk with you there will naturally fall behind without drama. Stay till the end of this part. You were never meant to carry everyone with you. You were meant to walk truthfully. And now that truth is becoming steady beneath your feet. You are not rushing. You are not running. You are simply no longer standing still. Notice how your thoughts are quieter now. Notice how decisions feel lighter. That is because confusion was never yours. It was borrowed. And now it is being returned to where it belongs. Don't skip. This is important. The name that will soon be revealed is not coming to shock your heart, but to settle it. When you hear it, you will not feel fear. You will feel recognition. And recognition brings release. Until then, remain present. Remain observant. Remain grounded in what feels true, not what feels familiar. This is what protection looks like when it is working perfectly. You are not losing anything. You are gaining clarity. And what comes next will confirm that you were guided here at exactly the right moment. The moment of recognition is approaching, and your spirit already feels the weight of it. Everything you have heard until now has been preparation. This part is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to steady you. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this is where protection turns into strength. There is a powerful shift happening inside you right now. It is subtle, but it is real. You are no longer absorbing every word spoken to you. You are beginning to filter. You are beginning to choose. And that change alone breaks the quiet hold this man once had over your thoughts. Hold on, stay with me. You may notice that his words no longer land the same way. Advice that once felt heavy now feels distant. Opinions that once made you pause now pass through without attachment. This is not disrespect. This is growth. When influence fades, clarity takes its place. Here is the once in a lifetime truth you must hear clearly. When protection is working, it does not announce itself. It simply removes confusion. And confusion has been lifting from your life piece by piece. Don't skip this realization. You were never meant to depend on another person's perspective to validate your path. Your journey requires inner certainty, not external approval. That is why this warning came before the name. Because the name matters less than the power you reclaim. Stay till the end. The man you are being protected from loses influence the moment you stop explaining yourself. The moment you stop shrinking your vision to make conversations easier. The moment you trust the calm confidence rising within you. This is where many people miss the blessing. They wait for dramatic exits, loud separations, or clear confrontations. But your protection is quieter. It looks like emotional independence. It feels like peace where anxiety used to be. Hold on, stay with me. Soon, you will look back and realize something important changed without effort. Conversations shortened. Opinions mattered less. Decisions felt lighter. That is not coincidence. That is alignment correcting itself. This part seals the understanding. You are not being isolated. You are being refined. The people who truly align with your future will meet you at the level you are rising to. Those who cannot will naturally remain behind, without conflict, without chaos. And when the name is finally revealed, it will not shake you. It will simply confirm what your awareness has already dissolved. Stay till the end of this journey. You are stepping into a phase where clarity protects you before harm can reach you. This is not an ending. This is you becoming untouchable by quiet interference. And now, you move forward with open eyes. The moment you have been sensing is now very close, and your attention at this point matters more than ever. What you are hearing right now is the final tightening of protection around you. Everything before this was preparation. Every pause, every inner nudge, every uneasy feeling had a purpose. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part connects all the signs into one clear truth. By now, you have realized something important. The danger was never dramatic. It was quiet, familiar, and disguised as normal. That is why it lasted as long as it did. But here is the once in a lifetime revelation you must understand deeply. when awareness rises, hidden influence cannot survive. Hold on, stay with me. You may already feel different, lighter, more certain, less confused. That is not imagination. That is the effect of clarity replacing doubt. The moment you stopped questioning your intuition, the hold began to loosen. This is what protection looks like at its strongest. The man you were being shielded from does not have power over you anymore, because his influence depended on your uncertainty. Now that you see clearly, his words carry less weight. His opinions no longer echo. His presence no longer directs your emotions. Don't skip this truth. What shocked you was never just the name. What shocked you was the realization that the threat was close, not distant. Trusted, not obvious. Familiar, not foreign. And once you understand that, you also understand how powerful your discernment truly is. Stay till the end. From this point forward, your path feels cleaner. Decisions feel quieter but stronger. You no longer need approval to move. You no longer need reassurance to believe. That is how you know protection has completed its work. Here is what will happen next, and this matters. You will notice distance forming naturally. Conversations will shorten. Influence will fade. Not because you forced it, but because alignment has changed. Growth always creates separation from what cannot rise with you. Hold on, stay with me. You were never meant to fight. You were meant to see. And once you saw, the danger lost access. That is why today was important. That is why this message reached you exactly now and not before. Remember this always. Not every warning comes with fear. Some arrive with calm clarity so you can move forward without panic. Don't skip this final understanding. You are not stepping away from something bad. You are stepping toward something better. And the protection that guided you here will continue to guide you as long as you trust what you feel, not just what you hear. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of your freedom. Everything has led to this moment, and you can feel the weight of it now. There is a stillness here, a pause that carries meaning. What you have sensed for so long is no longer vague. It is clear, sharp, and undeniable. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part seals what has been unfolding inside you. By now, you understand that protection is not loud. It does not rush. It waits until your heart is strong enough to accept the truth without breaking. That is why this message has moved step by step, layer by layer, preparing you to stand firm instead of reacting emotionally. Hold on, stay with me. The man you were warned about holds power only where there is confusion. And confusion no longer lives here. The moment you began to trust your inner knowing, his influence started to weaken. That is why you may already feel lighter. That is why decisions feel clearer. That is why your energy has begun to return. This is the shocking truth many never hear. Awareness alone breaks unhealthy influence. You do not need confrontation. You do not need explanations. Clarity does the work silently. Stay till the end. What happens next is important. From this point forward, your life begins to realign naturally. Opportunities will feel less forced. Choices will feel less heavy. The constant second guessing will slowly disappear. And when that happens, you will realize how much space this man was occupying without permission. Don't skip this realization. You were never meant to carry that weight. You were never meant to dim your instincts. Meant to explain your vision to someone who benefits from you doubting it. And now, that chapter is closing without drama, without noise, without loss. Hold on, stay with me. If you look back carefully, you will see that protection has already been active. The delays saved you. The confusion slowed you. The pauses preserved you. Nothing was wasted. Everything was timed. This is where freedom begins. The name, when it finally settles in your heart, will not create fear. It will create distance. healthy distance. The kind that allows you to grow without resistance. And you will understand that this message was never about exposing someone else. It was about strengthening you. Stay till the end of this moment. From today, you move forward differently. You listen more closely to how you feel, not just to what is said. You trust peace over persuasion. You choose alignment over familiarity. And with every step, protection walks ahead of you, not behind. This was not coincidence. This was not imagination. This was preparation. Something big is still ahead, and now nothing stands in the way. Everything has led to this moment, and your heart already feels the weight of it. You did not stay this long by accident. Something within you knew there was a final truth waiting here, and now it is close enough to touch. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part is where clarity replaces confusion. The protection you have felt growing around you was never meant to keep you afraid. It was meant to prepare you to see clearly without emotion blinding your judgment. And now, with calm strength, you are ready. Here is the shocking truth that changes everything. The man you were being protected from was not a stranger. He was not distant. He was not hidden. He was someone whose name you say casually. Someone you trusted without thinking. Someone you never questioned because he felt familiar. Hold on, stay with me. The reason the name shocks you is because it does not sound dangerous. It sounds ordinary, safe, known. And that is exactly why the protection had to come quietly. This man's name carries weight in your life because it is connected to history, not harm. Memories, not malice. Comfort, not chaos. Yet comfort can become a cage when it keeps you from becoming who you are meant to be. Don't skip this realization. The name reveals itself when you ask one simple question. Who benefits when I stay small? Sit with that. Who feels calm when you doubt yourself? Who feels secure when you delay? Who stays comfortable when you hesitate? That is the name. Stay till the end. You may feel a mix of emotions right now. Relief, surprise, even sadness. That is normal. Protection does not always come with celebration. Sometimes it comes with understanding. This man was never meant to destroy you. He was meant to show you the cost of staying too close to what no longer fits. And now that lesson is complete. From this moment forward, you move differently. You listen more to your inner clarity and less to familiar voices that question it. You choose growth even when it feels lonely. You trust peace over approval. Hold on. This matters deeply. The final truth you need to carry with you is this. You were never weak for trusting. You were strong for learning. Protection does not end relationships harshly. It gently loosens their grip so you can walk freely. Don't skip what happens next in your life. What is ahead of you requires courage, confidence, and space. And now, you finally have all three. This warning has done its job. This moment has fulfilled its purpose. You are clear. You are guarded. You are ready. Stay with that truth. Everything narrows to this moment, and your attention matters more now than at any point before. You have walked through layers of awareness, and now you stand at the edge of understanding. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because this part completes what began the moment your heart paused on this message. By now, you may already sense who the warning has been pointing toward. Not a stranger, not a distant figure, but someone whose presence once felt harmless, even comforting. The shock was never meant to come from drama. It was meant to come from recognition. Here is the final revelation you were being prepared for. The greatest influence over your life was never external.